5 innocent people killed. Not a sign of a human.
Hello, this is Top Prets Recruiting Exposure Package Interviews by Sunil Sunder. Tonight, I'm happy to be speaking with Jordon Davis, a redshirt sophomore at Texas Southern University in Houston, Texas, a quarterback on the football team, and now in the transfer portal. Once again, Jordan, thank you so much for the opportunity. Great to be speaking with you. And again, congrats on your success playing football here.
Thank you. I appreciate you for having me.
No problem at all. And let's just talk about again your Richard sophomore year here
Mhm.
at Texas Southern University, playing on the football team. And look, I again, having to face challenges and obstacles, but working your way up the ladder. But I tell you, I'm sure that one game against Alabama A&M,
Mhm.
11 out of 20, 158 passing yards, one touchdown, 62 yards rushing in a 24-7 win, helping the team break a multiple year losing record streak, first winning season in 25 years. That had to be very, satisfying for you here, Jordan.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It was.
Can you just talk about it? I mean, just again, the exhilaration, just the adrenaline, just the fact that you were able to accomplish that.
It's truly a blessing from God with everything that I had to go through. But I found out I would be the starter for the Alabama A&M game on a Friday morning before a
Hmm.
walkthrough, and
Yeah.
just going into it, I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to expect, but I trusted God and I trusted the preparation that my coaches had instilled in me like throughout the season. And I just
Hmm.
went out there and I just played my game. And I'm happy I was able to get my team a win and break a record of a 25-year losing streak.
Yeah, no, definitely. Hey, what did it mean? Just the fact that not only in the passing department, but also running the ball as well, being that dual threat quarterback, and again, being able to contribute in that fashion, Jordan.
Um, can you repeat it?
Just again, the fact that you were able to contribute both in the passing and the rushing department as well. I mean, the job your offensive line did, and just your teammates, again, firing on all cylinders in that win over Alabama A&M.
Yeah, big shout out to my O line. Going into the game, they all had my back. Everybody on the team, for real, for real. Everybody was just really encouraging and real motivating. You know what I mean? They really trusted in me, and they just believed I can go out there and help us secure the win. So everybody was really behind me on the team.
Yeah, as you alluded to, you got the news said during the walkthrough the day before.
Hmm.
What was that feeling like? Just the fact that once you heard your name, it said called as the starter.
It was, I ain't gonna say surreal, but it
Hmm.
was almost like I really I can't say I thought it was a joke, but
Hmm.
when they told me I was a starter, it was just almost like, okay, this is what you've been asking for.
Yeah.
You get to go out with a bang with the guys you came in with their last game. You get to put on and you get to show them
Yeah.
what you've been standing for.
Yeah, no, definitely. But what did it mean to you, to personally to put on that jersey, that Texas Southern University, that jersey, that helmet, the
Hmm.
uniform? I'm sure, again, taking a lot of pride in that as well.
Yeah, it means a lot to put on a jersey every Saturday. I'm not gonna lie and go out there and suit up. Just from the standard of how hard I work, what all I've been through in my career, just to
Hmm.
see it all pay off, and I get to suit up every Saturday and go put on for my last name and try to put my family on. It just means a lot. So I'm real thankful.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I know that you had an awesome spring, were able to
Mhm.
really grow, improve your skill set. You were backing up KJ Cooper.
Yes, sir.
Uh, just talk about that. I mean, the fact that, learning every week, during the spring, here during the course of the season as well, biding your time, putting in the work on and off the field. The fact that you stayed committed and dedicated, to your craft here, Jordan. Just talk about that.
I will say KJ Cooper he's a great leader. He sitting behind KJ, learning KJ, being in the same room is KJ bouncing off ideas like you could do this better, we could do this better, we got to be better.
Hmm.
You're always competing with KJ every day. I will say that definitely elevated my game, but Zarek Rollins as well, just the
Yeah.
work he did on and off the field. I'm forever thankful and grateful for Zaire Rollins as well.
Yeah, that's great to hear. And just talk about, I mean, there's so much in terms of the support from the administration, athletic departments, student body at
Mhm.
Texas Southern University, but also playing those home games and even the away games. Uh, what were those moments for you like, especially here in your redshirt sophomore year?
Uh, those moments for me were like suiting up every Saturday in the city that I'm from as well. Like it just I took a lot of pride in all of that. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Especially being from here, being at Texas Southern, I wanted to be the first to come to Texas Southern and win a championship. That was my
Yeah,
goal when I set foot at Texas Southern. So the fact that I really couldn't do that, it still bothers me. But I'm still hungry. I'm still working for my
yeah.
championship.
Hey, talk about your redshirt freshman year.
Mhm,
You were still a backup. You played a few additional games: Rice, Lamar,
mhm,
Jackson State, Lynchburg, and Grambling. Got into the game against Rice, threw a touchdown. Started week 3 against Lamar
mhm,
University. Started 3 out of 5 games. One against Lynchburg on a homecoming. Uh, last play of the season, threw a touchdown pass before halftime to take the lead against Grambling State.
mhm.
Uh, the fact is that you trusted the process, kept working at it, just plowing right through. And again, how fulfilling was that for you, Jordan?
It was fulfilling just to be able to get the chance to get out there and get my feet wet. You know, there was a lot of questions before a lot of those games. Like, am I good
Mhm.
enough to play here? So, am I good enough to be on this level? Tough stuff like that. But just being able to get out there and compete at the level that I did, I'm proud of myself. But I wish if we could go back, it'd be different.
Hmm. Hey, and just the way it all evolved for you, like especially in your true freshman year,
Hmm.
uh, the previous head coach, Clarence McKinney, offered you a preferred walk-on
Hmm.
to continue your football career. And at that time, you were weighing much heavier at 230.
Hmm.
And the fact is that you really worked your tail off. Said got into just in terms of your physical attributes of just
Hmm.
dropping 60 to 65 pounds in 4 months. I mean, that is just amazing here, Jordan. I mean, talk about that. Like the fact is that, you were just, fierce in your attitude and just your mindset and,
Hmm.
just willing to do whatever it takes. Just again, if you can, expound on that, just describe that process.
I honestly can say it was just a blessing from God. God blessed me with the ability and the hunger to go out there
Mhm.
every day and push myself to the max and
Yeah.
chase my goals. And I will say he's stuck with me the whole way. All 4 months, he stuck with me, and he's still with me today. Still keeping me strong, keeping me pushing, keeping me going.
Yeah, it's fantastic to hear. And the fact is, coming out of high school, zero offers due
Mhm,
to your lack of size, and I mean just the fact that you were able to overcome that adversity, and rise above. What did that mean to you? The fact is that you were able to, play at the college level.
Uh, I was forever thankful just for the opportunity, honestly, because coming in to Texas Southern, I was 7 on the depth chart. So
I know.
the chances of me playing were really slim to none. But like I
Yeah.
said, God always had my back. God always fighting my battles with me. So I've never went into any without him.
What did it, again mean to you suiting up in that first, collegiate game or college football game?
That was crazy, honestly, for real. The whole
Yeah.
atmosphere, just the whole PVTSU Labor Day Classic weekend, like that
Hmm.
game was the biggest. So I mean, I've had packed out games, but just the energy that the fans alone brought to that game, like the magnitude that they put on that game alone it was special. It was different. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it's readable. Yeah, and look after week 1, Andrew Bodie, sustains an injury. You're one
Mhm.
of the two backups. Played
Yeah.
in 2 games, threw a touchdown in the homecoming game. That had to
Mhm.
be really special for you
Yeah, it
here at
was my
Jordan.
first collegiate touchdown. Definitely
Yeah,
a special moment.
yeah. I mean, just to share with your teammates, your
Mhm.
coaches, your family, talk about that. I'm sure that would just again that elation.
Really, in the moment, I was happy that I threw my first touchdown of the year of
Yeah,
my career, but I was
mhm.
ultimately more happy for the receiver who caught and scored my
That's
first
right.
touchdown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because he was a senior, it was his last year, and he didn't really know what you know what I mean, after the season would look like for him. So for
Hmm.
me to be able to send him out on his
Yeah.
with a touchdown.
Yeah. No, that's again, that's tremendous. I
Mhm,
mean, I'm just wondering from your perspective, you know, being a quarterback, there's a lot of responsibilities and tasks
mhm,
that come with that position. You're basically the leader of that unit. What does it mean? I mean, just you talked about your offensive line. You have the tight end, wide receivers, running backs. Yeah, there's a lot that's ongoing in terms of once you get that play call in from the coaches and trying to be successful in that moment. What is it like out there, both when you're trying to pass the ball and once you hand it off? Just wondering from your vantage point what that really does encompass.
mhm. I mean, it's like you asked me what it means to be a quarterback.
Yeah, I mean, basically, because there's a lot that, once that snap,
Mhm.
is off. I mean, you're basically, I mean, then it's just about the decision making. It's about the
Yeah,
X's and O's.
because I definitely don't try to snap the ball unless I have a plan or idea at least of what I want
Hmm.
to do, what
Yeah,
progression I want to work. But I mean, once it's snap, it's like you got 10 of the guys on the field depending on you to do the right
yeah,
thing with the ball every play.
yeah,
And just not trying to let them down. Just you know what I mean, trying to
yeah,
play for my brothers and play for my teammates always is the idea in my
yeah.
mind.
No, definitely. Look, I'm sure there's nothing, no better feeling when you orchestrate, whether it's a game-winning drive or a
Mhm.
drive itself, a scoring drive. And the fact is that you're able to mix it up both between the passing and running game and eventually punch it into the end zone, Jordan.
Say it again. It broke up a little bit.
No, just say that no better feeling when you orchestrate a drive. And the
Hmm.
fact is that a scoring drive and that, you're mixing it up effectively both in the passing and running departments,
Hmm.
and then eventually able to punch the ball into the end zone.
Yeah, it's definitely no the feeling than leading your
Yeah.
team down on the side.
Yeah. No, that's great. Look, just going back now, switching out to high school. You can't graduated from Thurgood Marshall High School in Missouri City, Texas. Your senior year, you put up phenomenal numbers here. 3,453 total yards,
Mhm.
2,542 passing yards. Uh, 30 touchdowns, six interceptions, 911 rushing yards, 16 TDs. Named the unanimous MVP of 5A D2 and went to the fourth round of the
Mhm.
Texas High School State Football Playoffs, where you guys lost to PNG, who went on to win the state championship. I mean, just when you look back on what you were able to accomplish your senior year on the varsity football team there at Thurgood Marshall High School, what did that mean to you, Jordan?
It's really just a testament on the guy, you know what I mean? Because junior year of high school, I went from being the backup who played
Hmm.
every now and then or every like in a blowout game, I'll come in and do something. But being my senior year, the transition to my senior year, for them to trust me and allow me to run the team how they did, I'll forever be
Hmm.
thankful for just giving me the
Yeah.
opportunity to just go out there and display the talent that God blessed me with.
Yeah. And you played with some electrifying, players here. I mean, I know there's a real laundry list here. Jacoby Banks at PV, Jordan Sample at Arkansas State, Michael Patterson at SFA,
Mhm.
Trenton Thomas at Baylor, Zachary Chapman at TCU, Jakaiden Ferguson at Arkansas, Andrew Feast at Arkansas State, Joshua Lair at Baylor, and Logan Thomas at UIW. I mean, it's just, again, uh, incredible to see. I mean, what did that mean to be part of such a special group like that? I mean, it's such a, talented group. I mean, that, excelled on the field.
Man, every day was a competition. You know what I mean? With those guys out there coming out there giving it all they got, and my guys and me all coming out there expecting to dominate and give it all we got.
Hmm.
Competition level was always higher. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So we go through that practice every day. So when we come to a game on Friday, we just already got the mindset. Nobody really has been working like us. You know what I mean? Nobody
Hmm.
really has put in what we put into this, or nobody trying to get out what we trying to get out.
Hmm. And look, you won UTMB Athlete of the Week award after seven touchdowns. Third round performance against Montgomery Lake Creek. Finished 20 out of 21, 440 yards. I
Mhm.
mean, just to be able to amass these type of numbers, not
Mhm.
easy to do, but again, a testament to your hard work, as said, and be able to put in that time,
Mhm.
and the fact that you attended, numerous skills showcase camps,
Mhm.
UT camp in Austin, won the MVP at the Texas A&M camp, Sam Houston, University of Houston, and more. What did it mean? I mean, just the fact is that you kept on improving your
Mhm.
skills and fundamentals year round here, Jordan.
Uh, Going through all those different camps, being able to showcase my skills and not really getting the opportunity that I wanted out of high school. I mean, it was really just an eye opener. You know what I mean? Like, if you really want it, you got to really go work and you got to really go get it. Truth
Mm-hmm.
be told, that's
Yeah.
the secret. That's the recipe. But
Yeah.
regardless of all of that, we worked hard. I'm not gonna lie. Before
Yeah.
my senior year of high school, we really like had meeting like this. What it is this year. Like we can't accept nothing. This is the
Mm-hmm.
standard. So just everybody abiding by that standard. Everybody buying in. That
Yeah.
really meant a lot.
Yeah, I mean, it's just that code you live by. You have to have everybody on the same page.
Mhm.
It's one, said one collective unit, and especially 11 guys on, said either side of the ball. You need, again, offense, defense, special teams. It takes everybody as a
Mhm.
collective unit. Hey, you mentioned again your junior year, but then the fact that you're the backup quarterback at Marshall, and then started off at Hightower High School. Said playing varsity with your big brother, played on the freshman team, playing quarterback and safety, and then sophomore year as a backup QB on varsity. I mean, then transferring in the second semester of your sophomore year to Fort Bend Marshall
Mhm.
around the time of COVID, and then you finished your high school education. I mean, so much to unpack there. The fact is that moving from place to place and making those adjustments, I mean, again, no walk in the park. That's not easy to, how were you able to adapt, said to every situation here, Jordan?
I feel like it's always been not easy, but it's always been smooth for me to transition
Mm-hmm.
because of the love and support that my teammates offer me. You know what I mean? Everybody
Yeah.
always open me like welcome me in with open arms, and then when I'm around, everybody like the standard
Mm-hmm.
that we hold each other to. Like we know what your greatness is, so we gonna hold you to that standard. Like you can't be below great, you can't be below average.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really thankful and
Yeah.
support. I mean, I'm really thankful and just happy that I got the support system around me who everybody wants to see me do it. Everybody's really uplifting. It's negative, never no
Yeah.
negative, or you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it's fabulous to hear. And in fact, again, you got to play with prolific playmakers. Chris Marshall at Boise State, AJ Halsey at LSU, Jaden Johnson at UL. I mean, it said Devon Chane of the Miami Dolphins. I mean, what did it mean to play with players? I mean, of that caliber. I mean, during your high school years.
Man, going to high school with guys like Chris and AJ, it was really like they set the foundation. You know what I mean? They showed us
Yeah,
what it took to get to what we needed to get, and the results of if you work, this is what you
yeah,
can accomplish. So
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
just those guys, having those guys to look up to, it's always motivating. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true brotherhood, and the fact is that learning from the upperclassmen, and then have coming full circle, of course, when you were a senior, and be able to pass down that knowledge and skills to the underclassmen as well. Look, as I said, football has become 24/7, 365. What's been the perfect blueprint for you, just in terms of training? I mean, there's strength and conditioning, nutrition, rest and recovery. I mean, it said being undersized is almost, I mean, but the fact is you don't allow that as a deterrent at 5'10", 185. The
Mhm.
fact that, again, you're able to maximize your skills and your talent. Talk about that, Jordan.
Uh, Blueprint really has been simple. You know what I mean? Every day you just gotta work. You gotta trust God first of all, and you gotta just put in the work. I feel like if you trust God and let Him work how He needs to work, but you can't just sit back and allow God to work. You have to actually
Hmm.
like get up and you gotta go out and you gotta chase it. Like if God see you
Yeah.
chasing, God's gonna bless you with it. You know what I mean? So it's
Hmm.
like every day, like really, I don't really try to take. off days. You know what I mean? Every day I feel like I gotta do something because if I'm not doing something, somebody out here is, and you know what I mean. It's a lot of people
Yeah.
chasing the same dream I'm chasing, and when I'm already behind the eight ball, I need to do something that's gonna keep me ahead. You know what I mean? Keep my game different from everybody else's. I can't have no like lag step almost.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just being detail oriented, meticulous,
Mm-hmm.
that grit and determination. That's really, you need to have that work ethic and really, again, put in the time, which is, so necessary. Look, it's not about just being an athlete, it's being a student athlete, time management, organization, balancing out that role, uh,
Mm-hmm.
having that consistency in the classroom and, uh, again, majoring in kinesiology, using your degree to open facilities around the world for athletes older and younger. You say you want your facility to feel like a second home, allowing people to come in and get whatever kind of work they need. And you want to offer work for all sports and exposure as well. Uh, how, again, like, for you, uh, to find your drive, your passion, especially when it relates to your major. Talk about that, Jordan.
Uh, it really just comes from the love that I have from just dropping off gym, you know what I mean? Whatever I got, whatever knowledge that I got that I can give to somebody else and watch them flourish from it all, that always feels
Mhm.
good for me. So I feel like open up facilities that allow people to come in and work. You'll
Mhm.
be able to get your work in, but then you also have that exposure that most people not
Yeah.
like most people don't have around them, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Also I want my facility to be like somewhere you can come and so it's cameras in here. You don't have to be recorded, but it's cameras in here to boost out what you're doing, you know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
want to be able to almost like something that you do, I want to get people a platform
Yeah.
to promote them. Like the ones
Yeah.
that's overlooked, I want to be able to be that for them.
Yeah. It's a great feeling. It's very rewarding. The fact that you're able to help out people, give
Hmm.
them an opportunity and chance. And I know that the biggest one is that when you retire from the NFL, you want to complete your goal of winning Super Bowls and being inducted into
Yeah.
the Hall of Fame. So, yeah, hopefully we will see that, as said down the road. But look, in addition to that, you volunteer your time. You have a nonprofit organization that
Hmm.
works with the youth and young adults in the community. In addition, you're training kids, offering them alternatives, excuse me, through the sport of 7-on-7. It's really about, again, having that dedication, being a positive role model, paying it forward in the community. Talk about, again, how satisfying that is. I mean, just the fact that you get to work with the young people and show them the ropes and, where were you at that same point, back in the day? But the fact is, you're at this juncture and you're providing a valuable service.
Like I said, it's always a great feeling when you're able to even the smallest bit of knowledge you could drop on a kid, like you know what I
Hmm.
mean, or you could just drop on anybody in general. Just
Yeah,
watching them flourish from it is a beautiful feeling. But growing up, watching my father how he conducted the nonprofit
hmm,
and just how he trained kids, kept kids in the community like
yeah,
on a straight path. You know what I mean? Like he always keep us working. I took a lot from that going out there. It showed me the drive, it showed me the dedication, but it also
yeah,
showed me how to connect with people on a deeper level
yeah.
than just sports.
That's right. And that's magnificent here. And so glad you brought up family, which has been crucial in your football career and journey. Grew up in a two-parent household. Your mother, Jordon Davis, is from Greenwood, Mississippi, attended
Mhm.
Valley University. And your father, Taki Davis, is from Houston, Texas, attended TSU. And obviously, carrying on that tradition of playing in the SWAC here. I mean, how cool is that? I mean, just the fact that yeah, it remains in the family, and again, continuing that legacy as well.
I ain't gonna lie, it's a really great feeling. You know what I mean? Like I said, every Saturday I get to go out there and not only put on for myself, but put on for the name on my
Yeah.
back, which is my parents. Uh,
Hmm.
then with my father being from Houston, majority of my people being from Houston, it's just a blessing that I get to go
Yeah.
out there and be the one to put on for our family, and I never
Yeah.
take it for granted.
Yeah, it's great to hear. And look, I know sports runs deep in your family. You have an older brother, Jalen, your younger brother, Jacoby. The middle child you are, said it was all football that stuck out, and definitely having that love for the game. As you mentioned, I mean, the fact is that your dad trained you, and now, of course, having a quarterback trainer to help elevate your game. How cool? I mean, how special was that to have that bond with your brothers?
Growing up, I'm not gonna lie, we was all really competitive. That's where I really get
Yeah.
my competitive from. Like we always would argue about who was the best or who had the best hands, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
now that they don't play ball anymore, I will say my brothers support me to the max. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They always keep me going as well. My brothers
Yeah.
just seeing them go hard for what they want, it make
Hmm.
me go hard for what I want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's spectacular to hear. And I know that again, it's great to have both your parents so involved. Your mom playing that huge role in academics, your father in athletics, um, starting that 7-on-7 community name, the Red Tails, playing all around Houston, the out of state as well. Playing for your father's team from middle school to end of high school and playing multiple positions, quarterback, receiver, and safety positions. How great was that to really, learn, from again, a role model, a
Mhm.
mentor in your father, and the fact that you're able to, play those positions, but
Mhm.
also for a long, amount of time as well.
Man, playing 7 on 7 those days were the good days, the legit days.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. My father
Hmm.
tried his best to keep us out in like high exposure tournaments, you know what I mean? Because our team
Yeah.
we were full of 5 and 4 stars. Like we didn't have every top recruit in the city. We just had
Hmm.
from our community. And we always my father, he instilled us like it really didn't matter. Like just go out there, play your hardest and
Yeah.
trust in God. That's
Yeah.
what he really pushed. That's what he really preached. And I'm glad that he was able to be the icon or like, you know what I mean,
Mm.
the example role model he is for
Yeah.
my community. And I'm glad I was able to sit and learn from him.
Yeah, definitely a trendsetter. I said it's great. And look, you talk about the talent pool. I mean, how about these guys? Caleb Douglas at Texas
Mhm,
Tech University, Dylan Bell at Georgia University, Devin Sanchez at Ohio State University. I mean, the fact is that these guys now, on the college level, and
mhm,
I mean, to see where they started out, it
mhm.
just again rose up the ranks as well here, Jordan.
I'm not gonna lie. Knowing them how I know them, it's crazy to see them. I'm overly happy for them, and you know what I mean. Where they at
Yeah.
right now is really motivating as well. Like you know what I mean. When you got somebody you can look up to that's doing or
Hmm.
chasing the same dream as you, and you could just take
Yeah.
small bits and pieces and learn from them, it's always a bliss. You know what I mean.
Yeah, it's just having those connections, being able to network up. Look, you've been playing the game of football for so long. Started out at the age of 4 as a running back for the Fresno Gators.
Mhm,
Then the coaches decided that they wanted to switch you up and play at the quarterback position because you want to keep the ball in your hands so much.
mhm,
What did that mean to start up at such a young age? And then playing also in the youth leagues with Devin Achane of the Miami Dolphins, Jalen Presley who plays at Texas A&M, Avante Woodward at UT, and Alec Bryant at Virginia Tech here, Jordan.
Growing up, starting off so young, I will say it did give me like a passion. Football became my passion quickly. You know what I mean? It was
Hmm.
most fun. I had the most fun doing it. I could do it all day playing football, running
Yeah.
around. Just at the end of the day, it was just backyard football at the time. But the switch from quarterback, it really didn't affect me. You know what I mean? Like you could just
Hmm.
athlete it out in little league, but middle school. But when I got to high school and actually had to decide to become a real quarterback, and I got with my trainer
Hmm.
elevated my game to the max level. He taught me how to throw a ball from scratch.
Yeah, it's great to hear. Look, second year freshman year in Little League sports, playing for the Safford Cobras, won many Super Bowls, consecutive Super Bowls. Again, elite, players on that team as well. Zachary Chapman at TCU, Jeremy Payne also at TCU, Micah Bell at Georgia, Dylan Bell at Georgia, Caleb Douglas, Texas Tech, and Michael Patterson at SFA. And then just to add to that, you attended Lake Olympia Middle School in Missouri City, Texas, led your team in school to its first ever district championship in
Mhm.
eighth grade and played quarterback and safety. I mean, the fact then, again, when you were so young to, be able to win, championships, to have that level of success. I mean, that had again to really, be the best feeling in the world for you, to achieve those goals as well.
Yeah, in middle school, we had a district appearance when I was in the seventh grade. Eighth grade was we didn't really do too much, but just
Hmm.
to make it to championships, to
Yeah,
learn the formula and learn all it takes. You know what I mean?
that's
It's
right.
different to make it to a championship. Like you got to put in a different kind of effort, a different kind of
Hmm.
passion. You got to show a different kind of love because
Hmm.
everybody, you know what I mean? Everybody don't make it to the championship.
Yeah, no, I agree. Hey, look, as you know, it's a different age and time we live in with social media.
Mhm.
Uh, trying to promote yourself. I mean, we're doing this thing with the top project recruiting exposure package interviews with you. Uh, Trying to get out in front of the coaches, the recruiters, the scouts, posting your content, game footage, practice, training. Uh, there's X formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, Huddle, you name it. What does it mean, to be able to have that type of maximum exposure and visibility, and people acknowledge also, like, your hard work and talent?
It's truly a blessing. I'm not gonna lie. Just to have all the platforms that we have at our like fingertips to push out everything that they need to push out, and then also
Hmm.
receiving the love back on this
Yeah,
really motivating. I'm really thankful for it. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
not just people in my everyday life. Like the support and love that I get outside of like on the internet, that keeps me going,
hmm,
that keeps me
yeah,
motivated too. You know what I mean? Especially when people
yeah.
tell me to keep going or keep working, stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly become a worldwide network and community, and it's great. I'm sure you've been able to connect with other athletes as well and have that common thread, be able
Mhm.
to share your experiences, with playing the game of football, academics, life in general. I think that's again, uh, just amazing to see. Look, I know you have a lot of pressure between playing football, academics. It adds up. I mean, the stress, but you need to, kick back and relax. I know working out, relaxing, eating, playing, a game, competing in simple games like bowling, basketball, pool, tennis, etc. But what does it mean, just to, for you, just to have that peace of mind, that tranquility, be able to clear your head as well here, Jordan?
Uh, Peace is a big part. Like I believe in
Hmm.
keeping great peace. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So the fact that I can come back, relax, and chill, and I'm thankful for it. I'm thankful
yeah.
for it.
That's great. That's great. Hey, before we get the final word and message here, which is well deserved, I know a lot of kids you would see at these games, high school, college, even, of course, youth, and we live in such a competitive world. Social media plays a essential factor in that. So I mean, try to separate yourself again from the rest of the competition, the pack. I'm just wondering, what would your advice or message be to the kids out there with trying to figure out what sport they're good at, trying to navigate sometimes these uncharted waters, turbulent waters, and just trying to be successful.
First of all, like just sports is cool, but you can't do nothing without our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So I feel like everybody should try to get closer to God first of all. But you know what I
Hmm.
mean? God rewards who works hard. You know what I mean? He doesn't just
Hmm.
give our rewards to anybody just because you ask.
Yeah.
You gotta actually show that you're actually this is what you want to do, this is what you're dedicated to doing. You gotta go out there and search for like hidden treasures. Truth be
Hmm.
told. So my advice to the youth would be to really just lock in. You know what I mean? Find what brings you joy and max
Hmm.
that out. You can't be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta throw yourself at something. You gotta go all out for it.
Yeah. No, I think sound advice. Hey, I had to ask you about this. Usually I don't, but Jordan Pop Davis. So I wanted to know about Pop. Like, it just where the
Yeah,
nickname came.
I'm not even gonna lie. Growing up, my pop he had all kind of crazy nicknames for us. Like the
Yeah.
nickname Pop, he when I was born, he first started calling me like Pop, Applehead, stuff
Mhm.
like that. But then it
Okay.
wasn't until like middle school, he was still calling me Pop, 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 and
Yeah.
he was heavy in the community, so like he'll be always at my school, and that's just what he called me. So it really started one of my homeboys in middle school heard him call me Pop, and
Okay.
that day on, he just took it to the schoolhouse, and I was Pop from then on.
Yeah. No, very interesting. I'm glad I was able to ask you that question. Great again.
Mhm.
Terrific, feedback you provided. Look, Jordan, you get the last word of message here. Definitely for family, friends, teammates, coaches, Texas Southern University football team, Thurgood Marshall High School, Fort Bend Marshall. I know there are other high schools that we discussed. Your
Mhm.
hometown in Missouri City, Texas. I know there are a lot of people you want to thank here.
First of all, I want to thank God for blessing me with this opportunity and chance to come on here and conduct this interview with you. Secondly, I want to thank my parents for just never giving up on me. You know what I mean? Always pushing me, always being there in my corner, being my support system for my highs and my lows. I want
Hmm.
to thank my brothers for always being competitive, always pushing me
Yeah.
as well. My partners, my friends, my close friends, my coaches back home, everybody. It's all the support. It's all love.
That's great. Hey, just an incredible honor and privilege being able to speak with you, Jordan, about your football journey and academics, your volunteering, family. It's just again, it's as I said, it's really a testament to what you've been able to do. And the fact is that putting in that time, I said day and night, week after week, year after year. And again, wishing you continued success. I know we're going to be hearing great things about you. I said coming up here the 2026 season.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.